Christ is risen. Christ is risen indeed. Friends, it is with hope and joy that I greet you on this Easter morning. Notice that in the traditional Easter greeting, we say Christ is risen. It is not Christ was risen or Christ has risen, but Christ is risen. Now, this points to a great truth about the resurrection, that Easter is a present reality. It is not just some great event in the past that we commemorate yearly. It is a reality we are called to live into today and every day. Christ is risen. Every day that reality holds true for us. The celebration of Easter is not a nostalgic one. We're not just going down memory lane trying to retell the events of Jesus' suffering, death, and resurrection. Through Lent, Holy Week, and Easter, we allow these stories to come alive and have meaning in our lives today. Leonard Sweet, in his book entitled Nudge, said that these classic texts are not there to report on what happened back then and long ago, that these scriptures offer signposts and specifications of a risen Lord who is accessible to the ongoing church. We are not just connecting to a Christ back then. We are in relationship with the Christ who is alive and at work in our lives today. Easter is a present reality we are called to live into. Now, in all of those Jesus sightings after the resurrection, Jesus connected with his disciples through the senses. They recognized him and lived into the resurrection only when he spoke through their senses. Mary heard his voice. John heard the angel saying, "He is not here, he is risen." Afraid and behind locked doors, they heard him speak peace. Thomas touched his hands and his feet and his side. Peter held the burial cloths. Now, while trying to go back to their former trade of fishing, Jesus called them to shore with the scent of fish grilling over coals. They ate the grilled fish. They ate with him. And they saw the stone rolled away. They saw the empty tomb. They saw the burial cloths. They saw the wounds. They saw the risen Christ. This Holy Week, we let God speak through our senses. We held palms, felt them crunch under our feet. We heard the crowd shout Hosanna one day and crucify him a few days later. We smelled and ate bread, drank from the cup, touched the nails and the thorns, and we sat in silence. Now, Lent Sweet continues. Every awakening of the Spirit in history comes when the church no longer remembers Jesus as someone out of the past, but reattaches itself to Christ as a living presence and gets to know him afresh as a resurrection force today. When we revisit these stories of Jesus' ministry and miracles, triumphal entry, passion, death, and resurrection, we do not only remember, we live into them. We experience them. We allow the story to come alive and have its meaning in our own lives today. For that is why Jesus came. For us to have a tangible experience of God, to save us from the horrible life of not knowing that God is right there, alive in our present. Friends, may you know and experience anew today the new life, the new beginning that Christ offers through his resurrection. May resurrection be a real, tangible, and fresh reality in your life today. In the words of that beloved hymn, Christ is alive and goes before us to show and share what love can do. This is a day of new beginnings. Our God is making all things new. May it be so, my friends. May it be so. Happy Easter.